Okay, we're in the garage, as you can probably tell. We are about to make homemade laundry detergent. And I'm doing it out here because it's all powder and it's gonna get all up in the air and it's gonna make us sneeze, and I just don't want it in the house. Do it out here. It's raining today, obviously. It's kind of a gross day, but it feels good out here. It's nice and cool and the house is hot. So I'm out here by myself while they're all in there watching TV, and we're gonna make laundry detergent together. So this is what you need. You need 1.77 pounds of OxyClean. Now, if you watched my last video, the grocery haul, you saw me buy this at Sam's. It is not 1.77 pounds. It is 8-pound boxes, but it came out a better price buying it this way at Sam's than buying the 1.77 container at Walmart. And then I have more when I go to make it later. Then you need, well, this is optional. The scent boosters are optional. You can use anywhere from 21 ounces, which is what this is, to 24.5 ounces. There's all kinds to choose from. There's Downy, which is the most expensive. There's these Purex crystals, which is the least expensive. Then there's an Arm & Hammer in kind of in between. Why are people speeding down the highway? Anyways, then you need one of these boxes, a 55-ounce box of the Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. You need a 65-ounce box of the 20 Mule Team Borax. And you need 4 pounds of baking soda. You can buy it in a 4-pound box, but again, it was cheaper to buy it like this, a 13.5-pound bag. And then I put it in a bowl and measured it out with my scale, just like I did with the OxyClean. That was a much better value. And then you need 3 bars of the Fells Naphtha soap, and you need to get them from a bar form to powder. So really quickly, let me show you how I did that inside using the microwave and the food processor while I set up the bucket. Okay, you need a 5-gallon bucket. I guess if you don't need one, but I wanted one so I could put a lid on it. You can buy them anywhere, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever. Probably some baking supply stores. But my husband works for a restaurant, and this is how they get their pickles. So he brought me a pickle bucket, and I washed it out and then filled it up with super hot water, baking soda, and Dawn, and let it soak for a couple of days. And then I poured it out and washed it a second time. It still smells slightly pickly, but I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to line it with a plastic bag. This to help me mix, but also help contain the it getting into the air, the dust. And then it's really easy from here. All you have to do is you're going to dump in your super washing soda, the whole box. The whole box of borax. This is why I'm doing it outside. 1.77 pounds of OxiClean. 4 pounds of baking soda. Your 3 bars of your Fells naphtha that is powder form. And if you're using the scent boosters, put those in as well. I chose these for 1 because they were the cheapest option, but for 2, these are like actual little crystals that I feel like would go better, mix in better than those bigger like Downy Unstoppables. Just add all of that in, and that's it. All you have to do is mix it up. I brought a big spoon out here. You can just mix it, make sure there's no big clumps of baking soda. And then if you wanted to, you could tie the bag, put the lid on it, and roll it around and shake it to mix it, which is probably what I will do. And then once you get it all mixed, you can store it in this with the lid for an airtight container. But for inside in the laundry room, I have this jar. I'm going to fill this jar up and use this tablespoon as my scoop because you only need 1 tablespoon per load of clothes. And let me get this mixed up and fill that up, and then we'll talk how long this should last you and how much it costs. Okay, let's talk numbers. First off, let me say I'm not going to do the trash bag in the bucket anymore. From now on, I'll just mix it up in the bucket, shake it, whatever, and then I'm going to put it directly into the jar that I'm going to use in the laundry room, and then put the rest in a different storage container. I'm not going to store it in that pickle bucket, and that trash bag was a mess. So don't use a trash bag. Just mix it up in a bucket, and especially it won't matter if you go buy a brand new bucket from somewhere. It's not going to have that pickle smell to it. So it won't matter if you want to just use it in the bucket and then store it in the bucket, but I'm not going to. Also, it saves me space if I'm not storing it in that bucket. So this is how much it made. Okay, so here's my jar. Okay, it's like, I think this is like a gallon jar from Walmart. I can't remember, but it's a big jar. So it almost, I didn't fill it all the way to the top, but pretty close. Okay, and then I use my vacuum sealer, and this is a gallon bag vacuum sealer, and I just vacuum sealed the rest, so it's an airtight container way to storage. And I'm just gonna stick it on the shelf in the closet in here, and then next time I need to fill, this ought to be the same amount as this jar. See? So when this jar is empty, I'll just open this and pour it right in. So I'll just write on the top here, laundry detergent and the date, and I'm gonna keep track in my planner of the date that I start using it and see how long before I use it all up. They say, the recipe says it should be about a year's worth if you do anywhere from like 7 to 10 loads of laundry a week. And it should be 504 tablespoons, which is 1 tablespoon per load of clothes. So obviously, if you have a very small load, you might not need quite a whole tablespoon. If you have a very large load or a very heavily soiled load, you might want to use 1.5 tablespoons or 2 tablespoons. So that's why it says anywhere from 7 to 10 a week. We are also a family of 4. You may be a family of more than that. You may be 3 or 2 or just a single person. So obviously that's going to factor into how long it lasts you. But let's talk numbers. I'm guessing this is going to last us about a year because we typically do 7 to 10 loads of laundry a week. So let me move this out of the way. So at 504 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon per load, that divided by 52 weeks, that comes out to 9.69 loads a week. Like I said, it may be less, it may be more. This works in cold water. It works for front load machines. It also works for the HE machines as well. It should not damage your machine. Total cost, if you don't buy the OxiClean and the baking soda the way that I bought it, if you just go to Walmart and you buy the 4-pound box of baking soda and the 1 container of OxiClean that's 1.77 pounds, it's exactly what you need, and you buy the Purex crystals that I bought, if you buy those 3 things specifically and the other stuff, then your total cost, then my cost was $26.15 before tax. And like I said, if you don't want to put the scent boosters in, if you just want to leave them out completely, then that's even less money. If you want to use one of the more expensive, like the Arm & Hammer ones or the Downy Unstoppables, then your price is going to be more. But $30 for laundry detergent for a whole year, that's a huge savings. So we're going to start using it. I have made my own laundry detergent before in the past with a similar recipe. It was not the same recipe, and it worked for a couple of years, but it got to the point when you have a newborn and a toddler, I just, for convenience sake, I just started buying laundry detergent again. And now that my kids are older, I can go out and make the laundry detergent. So I also, during that time, I grated the bars of soap instead of doing it like I showed you in the microwave. And that was just more time consuming, and it was a pain, and I just didn't want to do make laundry detergent anymore. So this was way easier. I hope this is helpful for you if you're looking for ways to cut costs, like we are, like everyone is. And I'll let you know as we go along how we like it. And then, like I said, I just got those measuring spoons from Walmart for like $3, and I'm just going to use the 1 tablespoon in here, and I'll probably just do about like that for a load of clothes. And I will say it probably won't take that much, because getting the residue of this on my hands and then having to wash it off, just a residue, it took forever to rinse it off my hands. It took a long time. So I would be almost afraid to use more than that in 1 load of clothes, thinking that I won't be able to get them rinsed clean. That ought to do the trick. So we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and remember that I love you. Bye.